Hey guys. So, do you notice anything different? You don't? You do? Well, yes. I got the Eton Elite Traveler. Yes, I did. I got an Elite Traveler. No, this is real. I actually got an Elite Traveler. Yes, I did. And I will be reviewing it. So, yeah. So, I would like to go over, this is not a weather radio. No, this will not activate. Because this is actually not a weather radio. This is a AM, FM, long wave, and shortwave radio. This thing will focus. Focus camera, there we go. See that? AM, long wave. And you can see over here, to push these buttons, it'll go to shortwave. Now, sorry for being kind of quiet. It is kind of late filming this. But, so please don't mind that. We're going to put the kickstand down. There we go. That's much better. And we're going to get to it. So, first off, I'd like to go over the setup for the time. I would normally not do this nowadays, but I'm going to do it anyway because, well, it is very special. It comes with a map here of all these cities. I mean, look at this. You can see Chicago, Montreal, Boston, New York, Houston, Miami. You can even see ones in other countries as well, like Tokyo, or Beijing, or Seoul, Fiji, Melbourne, Sydney, Cape Town, and all these other countries and stuff like that. Now, here's the cool part. I would like to, you can actually set the time for your spot, and if you're in another country or something, you can turn this dial to another city on here, and it will turn to that time. So see, currently it's set to New York for Eastern time. If I'm in, let's say if I'm in Chicago right now and want to know the time, I just switch to Chicago. It'll tell you the time, which is currently Central time, which is kind of cool. Or if I'm in Denver, in which case you would turn it down again, LA, Alaska, so on. You can also turn it up as well. So if I was in London, it would be pointing right here, and currently 3:48 in London right now. Or, in which case, if I was somehow in the Hakka, it would be the next morning, actually. As you can see. Well, now it's turning into, I guess, back to where our time. We're going to put it back to our time, because we don't really need this right now. Plus, you can get, like, a memory button here, delete button here, and a couple other buttons for stuff. So, and to open it, you just use this little side thing right here. Also on the side, you have your volume knob and tuning knobs. So, yeah. Might as well get to the next thing. And there's not really a menu on this radio. So, pretty much the thing I'm going to do is go over the build. So, you got your buttons, you got your antenna, and you got the little display button, which is also a lock button as well. Yes, you can do that. Here's the back. Takes two AA batteries. And then of course I already showed you the little time slot right here. It's fairly okay, but this also does come with a case, which I don't have out. It's fairly okay for it, but not the best in terms of build, but it's still pretty good, I'd say. So, yeah. And I think the next thing will probably be going into the FM, AM, long wave, and shortwave, which that is going to be fun. So, yeah. Let's turn it on. This better not be at a loud noise, though, because I don't want it to be too loud. Okay. Because, like I said, it's nighttime. We'll start with FM. Better turn it down before I get copyrighted. So, currently on mute because I don't want to get copyrighted. But as you can see, we are tuning along the FN band here. Now, here's another feature I like to go over, and that's the step. Yes, it has a step feature. So, as you can see, I'm tuning right now in increments of about 0.1 megahertz, as you can see. But if I hold down the step button, it will scroll slower. As you can see now, it's scrolling in increments of 0.01 kilohertz, which is also known as the sideband. So as you can see, I can tune to something like 104.87, which is not really a usual frequency. So we can push it down a little bit again, and now we're back to where we were at the step. I'm going to go to a station I know I'm not going to get copyrighted on, which we'll go to WFBT.
They want you to have all day energy and stamina so that you can get everything that you need to get done, and without being tired, without having jitters, and without crashing. And that's what Super Beats Heart Shoes do. They make sure that you have the cardiovascular support and heart healthy energy with none of the crash or the jitters. And February is American Heart Month, and this is a great way to support your heart health.
We'll go to 91.3 WHQR. Oh, whoa. Yeah, okay, yes. I tricked you. I forgot to mention, yes, this thing has tuning regions. Yeah. Instead of normally going to WHQR like we would, we get to 64. How is that? I will show you. So when you're not using the radio, you just have it off, and you hold down some of these buttons, they actually do some stuff, which I'll get to right now. If you hold down this down arrow button, it'll give you the option for other tuning regions, actually. So it's currently set to 64 to 108. You can also do some others. Here's 87.5 to 108, 76 to 108, and 87 to 108. If you want your different tuning region, if you're in like another country, once again, you have another tuning region, and you can tune to those frequencies, which is a handy feature, not gonna lie. Anyways, oh, by the way, another thing is that if you're tuning a lot, trying to get to a frequency fast, and if you keep tuning, I'm pretty sure it will do it here in just a second. Hold on. It will start to tune very, very fast. Yeah, see how fast it's tuning? It like tunes at 1 megahertz at a time, which is crazy fast. Oh, it's on that's classical HQR. They do news and then they do their classical stuff, so I guess we can't do that. But yeah, that's that. So, now we're going to, go to the AM. And there's WAAV. And it's nighttime, too, so I'd like to show off the very good AM reception with DXing. So, let's go to, let's try WHAS. I was able to get WHO earlier. Doesn't look like it's coming in very good right now, the WHAS, though. It does have good reception, though. WABC. WJR. 760 WJR. WSB in Atlanta. CFCM in Toronto. There's WLW in Cincinnati. I think that's WSCR, Chicago. WFAN, New York. There's WSM as well. We have that too. WWNC in Asheville. I can actually get that station from here. There's WFED in Washington.
This is the hill the Cowboys are willing to die on involving Dak Prescott.
I think this is WWKB in Buffalo? WCKY. There's WWVA, WRVA, WBBR, KMOX. There's WBT, WTAM, WBAL, WTIC. I think this is WNCT. Heck is going on? By the way, that's KYW. That's a Cuban music station. That would normally be WEPM, but that's not the case. WHO not coming in. It was actually coming in a little bit earlier. I somehow got it. It was colliding with another station though. WBZ. KDKA. 1010 wins. WMBP. WLS. WCBS. WWL. Not getting WRUF very good. What else? There's not really much else to cover on the AM side, to be honest. WLAC wasn't coming in very good though, so I'm probably not going to be able to get that. But again, if you tune super fast, it goes in increments of like 100 kilohertz. But again, you can also use the step feature. By the way, there's XCRF just faintly coming in. But if we hold down the button again, we can tune in increments of 1 kilohertz, as you can see. So we can tune the frequencies. Normally we can't.
WFME. We will be signing off the air. I am very mindful of your dependence
on
our radio broadcast, and I can assure you that we are working diligently to find a suitable replacement signal. As of today, we are not able to make any announcement about a future new radio home for family radio programming. Until that day comes, there are some other alternatives that might work for you, depending on your location in the New York City metro, and depending on what type of technology you have at your disposal. You may be able to hear us on 106.3 FM Mount Kisco or 88.9 FM in Smithtown. The other possibilities for listening to all your family radio programs are through digital technology, online at familyradio.org, on your phone on the brand new and improved Family Radio app, and also
WFMEAM is off the air. That's crazy. Okay. Wow, wasn't expecting that. As you can see, the step feature also works. And if you tune a lot, then it will obviously go a little bit faster. In this case, I think it'll do 10 kilohertz if you're going slow. Yes, I was correct. It does. Put that back on the higher step. And I'll put this to WAAV just to give you another example of the step feature.
Talkaboutvaping.org. That's talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association.
See?
News, talk, and sports. WAAV, Leland, Wilmington.
979, don't you? Lol. And yes, sometimes on certain frequencies it will make a really weird noise once you hold down this button. know why. And yes, WAV just did their ID.
By order of Governor Andrew Cuomo. The New York Post is reporting that Melissa DeRosa, a secretary to the governor, told leading state
Well,
Democrats
I'm going to now go to the long wave. But before I do, I would like to mention something. If you just get this radio and you can't get access to long wave, well, you basically just need to hold down this button, and it actually will say, when it's off, it'll say you can have a long wave off or long wave on. In my case, long wave was off when I first got it, so yeah. But now we're actually going to go to long wave.
Why did President Trump not at any point that day condemn?
Oh, wait. Oh, pressed it wrong. Oh, wait. Hold on. Stop scanning, you stupid thing. I hate this thing. Wait, did I turn long wave off? Oh, no. I didn't. Okay, I don't even know what I'm doing. There we go. There we go. I didn't find any beacons. Well, I don't know many good choices. However, if you're on long wave, I actually would recommend that you use the smaller step, because long wave frequencies are pretty much all of them. So you may want to use the slower step in order to go through the frequencies. Just a recommendation for you. Even though we might not be getting anything on long wave, that doesn't mean that this is not useful. I was getting some beacons on long wave earlier. This should be in Wilmington on 205 kilohertz, but I don't think anything's going on with it right now. So I think we're just going to skip right to shortwave. Actually, before we do, also, I'd like to mention the long wave band goes from on this radio, not all, some radios, go through long wave on different frequencies. They might go a little lower than this one. This one starts at 153 and ends at 513. So yeah. Anyways, you can either push any of these buttons while the radio's on. It'll go right to shortwave, which shortwave is a little bit different. If you know about shortwave, then you'll understand what I'm doing. But if you don't really are in shortwave, then you're probably not going to understand, sadly. But we're going to go through a couple of the bands here. So this radio goes from 2300 kilohertz to 2600 kilohertz. And if you're looking to tune through the other meter bands, then you can just push the arrow buttons to get access to them. You'll see all the meter bands right there. You see the 120 meter bands, the 90 meter bands, the 75 meter bands, the 60 meter bands, 49, 41, 31, 25, 22, 19, 16, 15, 13, and 11 are all the meter bands that you will find stations on. And again, you can use the step feature. Goes up by 1 kilohertz on the lower, and then 5 kilohertz on the higher. There are some on that sideband though, so that feature can come in use in terms of shortwave, especially to get your stations clearer if they're not coming in on their exact frequency as well. So we're going to let's search through the 60 meter band and see if we can find anything. And hopefully we can find something. Wait, hold on. Here's WTWW. This is in Lebanon, Tennessee. Now it does actually serve other countries because shortwave stations can be received from other countries. Stations like NHK World Radio in Japan. However, that station is on the, I think, 49 meter band. Don't want to get copyrighted. Couple copyrighted, and then there's not. And that's the end of that band. We're actually getting something on 5085. But I don't want to get copyright. I think that's another Nashville station. Still a Nashville shortwave stations. Okay, we're gonna go to the 49mm band and see if we can find anything. Hopefully we can find something with it. And I'm getting low battery, 10%. There's something on this station 5850, but I don't remember.
Groups, faith-based organizations, Cuban-American groups, environmental and academic organizations, and businesses. The letter details the specific policy recommendations that the administration should take to initiate a more constructive policy of engagement over the Caribbean islands, and makes the case that it is in the interest of the United States and in the interest of the Cuban people to move rapidly toward a more normal relationship. These measures to the legislative
I'll say is the lower steps feature. Tune a little bit more. Getting something on 6145. Looks like the 49mm band's out of range now. Let's go to the 41mm band, actually. Wait, before we do... Actually, okay, no. Let's go to the 41mm band. Let's see if we can find anything. Sounds like a timer signal. Along with a little bit of faint talking there on 7390. Actually, well, here's the 31mm band. But I don't think we're going to find much on it. And I also don't really expect to find much on the 25, 22, 19, 16, 15, 13 meter bands and 11-meter bands. Mainly, I wasn't really getting much earlier. I can't really get anything on the 11-meter band. No, I'm gonna just forget that. See if I can get anything on the 120-meter band real quick. No, not really. 90-meter band. Something very faint there on 3215, looks like. It's a timer signal. Hear it very faintly. I thought there was another timer signal on 4765. Let me go to its meter band. Just barely hear it. I can kind of hear it, but okay. It's probably going to wrap it up for the shortwave on this radio. And no, these buttons don't do anything really. I'd also like to, now I'm going to go over something also really cool, which is going to be the temperature sensor. Yes, this thing actually has a temperature sensor. It currently says 77 degrees, which I think it's colder than 77 degrees in here. It's probably like 72 or something. Maybe 73. I don't think it's 77. But yeah, it's a okay thing to have. You get a temperature sensor on it. It says 77 degrees. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Battery lasts a decently long time actually on this radio. I've been using it for a while now and it hasn't really dropped down even 1 bar yet, so I'd say it has good batteries in it as well. Along with it it's an okay speaker too as well. And also has alarm clock as well. There's your back again. Like I said, it comes with a case, which I don't have. If you're looking to see one, then you can look it up online in an image because they're there, and yeah. But anyways, as you can see, there it is right here. And And I guess that's going to wrap it up for my review on this radio. It is now pretty late, so I'm going to wrap it up here. This video is getting up to 25 minutes long. It's been a pretty long time. Oh, you know what? I forgot one thing. About the AM, if you didn't know, in the UK, they actually use, instead of going up every 10 kilohertz, and you meant like 530, 540, 550, and so on, you can actually change it to 9 kilohertz for other countries like the UK. So if you hold down this button here, it says 9K for 9 kilohertz, meaning that I'm somewhere else that also probably uses Celsius as well. Because they're also using 25 degrees Celsius. So I will show you what that is like. So if we go to the AM, it will tune up every 9 kilohertz, and in that country zone it goes from 522 to 1620. Now, this is something pretty cool that I think anybody can mess around with, honestly. Now, if you're in the US, it'll be the same stations. It's going to be in frequencies right next to it, or something like that. Or possibly, it could even be the frequency you're on. But it's something cool to just mess around with, honestly, I think. There's 980 on 981, huh? Handy to have. We're going to put that back to 10 kilohertz, which also, it says 10K. It's back to 77 degrees. And now it's really going to wrap it up, because now it's almost 27 minutes into the recording. So I'm going to let it go here. And I'm sorry for the quiet. Sorry I'm being so quiet because it's so late. Thank you for watching this review. And I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.